You believe me, right?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, welcome to the Dank Moms podcast. I'm Dewa Dorje, comedian here in Seattle.
Yay!
Thank you so much, all the people here. The, gigantic, it's probably like 100, 200
No, everybody
people.
calm down. Don't rush the stage. We're only 2 people.
Yes, like crazy. Oh!
Leave us alone. No.
Someone threw panties up here.
Oh my God.
It's crazy, but this is a sex positive, weed positive, therapy positive, Costco positive.
Yeah.
For people who go to Costco.
Yep.
And people who benefit from their mom or dad going to Costco.
Absolutely. I mean, that's where it begins.
Mom went to Costco.
Yeah.
Let's go crazy.
Yeah.
So, and we're going to be talking about actually a series, maybe a little movie. We're going to talk about Sex and the City later, the series, and what is this new one called? Oh, hold on. Before I go forward, my guest today on Dank Moms is the very funny Jessica Hong.
Hello. Hi.
Hello. Yay.
Oh, thank you. AKA J Hong, AKA Hong.com on all the things.
Oh, wow. We're doing our AKAs?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, Dewa Dorje.
Usually nobody ends up calling me Jessica, which I'm fine with because
I also don't want to call you Hong.com.
Why not?
It's too many words. It's like
it's fewer than Jessica Hong.
Yeah, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But does anybody just call you Hong?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hong, J Hong.
Oh, because I would just be like AKA Dewa Dorje, AKA Shorty with a 40, AKA Jet Setting Tibetan.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, getting freaky on these streets.
Yeah.
AKA Mom with a bong. What?
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
That was all I had.
No, those are good ones.
I think that was a pretty good.
Those ones have personality. Mine are just very surface level.
She-devil.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what they call me in these streets.
See, your AKA say something about you. Mine only is just a different way to say my name. So.
All right. Well, let's think about that.
Yeah.
What kind of characteristics would you want to really highlight in a nickname?
Oh, sure. How about AKA bringing up systemic racism in a very pleasant conversation? AKA making it about capitalism all the time.
That's you? You're doing it?
Oh, yeah.
You're making it about capitalism?
Yeah. It's,
okay.
Everything is,
you're
most
capitalist,
of everything
like you?
It's fault. No.
You want to go in a submergible?
No, I'm saying anti-capitalism.
Oh, I thought you said pro-capitalism.
Oh, no. Wouldn't that be weird if I was anti-racist but pro-capitalist? Like, how would that work?
You're like, people are nuanced.
Yeah, I don't want to enslave only black and brown people. I want to enslave everybody.
Yeah, we let's not leave any stone unturned. But those are a little tougher to go for because let's just go for more of a weed reference. I think it would be. We could call you MC Pre-Roll.
I got one. AKA smoked a couple times when I was pregnant, and it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, exactly. A preggy smoker.
Yeah.
That's not good. That sounds bad. A not pregnant smoker.
Yeah.
Let's think about it. Like, what's dangerous? What's a blade?
Blade?
J-blade.
Oh, I don't think I like that.
No?
No.
Okay. You know what? I mean, it's used, but J Boogie?
You know what? My kid's nickname is Boogie.
Okay, well, that's already taken.
Yeah.
What about AKA Doogie Howser, MD?
Oh, sure. Okay.
Do you know Doogie Howser?
Yeah, of course. It was one of my favorite
Does
shows.
anybody out here know Doogie Howser?
Yeah.
Make some noise if you or snap or something. I mean, that's the thing is people don't know NPH.
Yeah.
Was Doogie Howser.
That's the OG. That's like the, I don't know if anybody else, because of the age you were when Doogie Howser happened, but I was young enough that it made me feel disappointed that I was not a child prodigy. Like, I was like, I'm way behind.
I thought you were going to say you thought he was hot.
Oh, no. I was like, I'm in second grade doing second grade math. What's wrong with me? This guy's a doctor. Come on.
Yeah, that was right. I remember that part, but I also remember that we have to thank two Asian Americans for Neil Patrick Harris's resurgence, and then his second chance at a career, and that's Harold and Kumar.
Oh, sure, yeah.
They brought him back into the forefront.
That's right.
If it wasn't for them, if
Wow.
it wasn't for Harold and Kumar,
Wow.
there would be no NPH.
Respect where it's due. You
And
know?
he got to a point of celebrity
Yeah.
that he's like on the upper echelon now.
That's right.
When before that,
He was still
Nobody knew.
Yeah, he was on the VH1. Where are they now? When
yes,
they
he
still
was.
did those
But
kinds
no,
of shows on VH1.
which brings me to my first point
Yeah.
of the podcast.
Okay.
Gary Coleman, aka Arnold Jackson from Different Strokes,
Yes.
should be alive today and thriving,
Yeah.
much like Neil Patrick Harris.
Right.
Because he went down, right? But he didn't, and then he died, right?
Yeah.
He was a security guard, you know,
Yeah.
he was, it was a fall from grace type situation.
Yeah.
VH1, look, where are they now? But if you think about it, if he had survived until the internet really took off,
Yeah.
he would be Neil Patrick Harris.
I mean, if you think about the fact that, like, at that time, we were shaming people for not getting
Everything.
paid enough.
Yes.
Not shaming an industry for making other executives very rich and paying
The actors
clearly not enough in residuals. That shit was on Nick at Night all the time at that time. They were certainly getting played all the time. So
It
it's
is
like, he should have been rich
it
still.
was a cultural phenomenon.
Absolutely.
It's part of canon,
Yeah.
TV, American history.
There are probably kids who quote it today who don't know that that's what they're quoting. You know what I mean?
I don't think anybody quotes.
What you talking about, Willis?
Nobody says what you talking about.
If
Willis.
you've ever met a Willis, that's the only thing that you can say
I have
to 'em.
never met a Willis. I
They're
could say
they're out there.
they're out here.
Uh-huh.
I hope that if anybody listens to this podcast, that
Yeah.
they name or that is going to name.
Yeah, all the Willises, comment below, like and
comment,
subscribe.
like, smash that subscribe button. Yeah, so I have a theory that Gary Coleman should be alive today based on the fact that he died before the internet really took off.
Yeah.
He has the clout
Yeah,
of a young Neil Patrick Harris,
yeah,
and I'm pissed off at it.
Yeah.
He should be given so much love and respect, and it goes for all the celebrities. Now the crazy thing is all the celebrities that were popular in the 80s and then they went down, and now with the rise of like social media and everything, they're
Yeah.
coming back.
yeah,
They're having a second wind.
yeah. What's his last name? Short Round from Indiana Jones, who was in Everything Everywhere
I
All
don't know
at
how to
Once.
pronounce his name, but
Yeah,
him,
yeah,
he wouldn't have got it if it wasn't for Everything Everywhere All at Once.
yeah.
And I think but
I know he was talking about he had said in a lot of interviews how he had quit essentially and was just working behind the camera and consulting and
is that right?
oh yeah, and doing like fight choreography shit like that, and thought that he was done and then
Now
got this
apparently
opportunity.
he's in a lot of movies now.
Oh yeah, he's
That are
in Marvel stuff.
He's in Marvel stuff?
Yeah,
Man, and speaking of Marvel stuff, Robert Downey Jr. come back again? I don't
Why?
understand that. He's MF,
Enough is
not MF Doom,
enough.
Dr. Doom.
yeah. I was just
Yes, it doesn't
I mean,
make
but
no
you
damn
can-
sense. Somebody from the audience says it should have been a black man.
but I mean also thinking about like the strikes that just stopped. Like
Dude, people
y'all
need
could
work.
pay so many people better
I know. It doesn't need to be Downey
and
Jr.
not give
again.
him that inflated
Can you imagine
salary
that?
for
They're like,
Ugh.
hold on. I know this actor that could really do.
that was already the star of our franchise,
Yeah.
famously a good guy.
Also, isn't he already Iron Man? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
He's
He's
already
already Iron Man in the
Man.
franchise.
It's
They're gonna
crazy.
have to figure
I
out
don't
a way
know. They're
to.
gonna figure it out. But how come everybody went ape when they pulled him out? I was like, no.
I feel like it was like I think the situation is like Comic-Con is a place where like nerd reveals happen. That's
Oh,
not
that's right.
derogatory. That's
not-
like
that's
said
just-
with love.
No, you know what? That isn't derogatory
No.
if you're using it as a
Term of endearment, which it
and
is.
it's like a subculture.
Right, absolutely. But it's a place where like a lot of like nerd reveals happen IRL, and so like when there's
That-
an expectation that a big reveal is gonna happen, no matter what, unless it's like extremely disappointing.
But did you see the reveal? It was like a bunch of grown men
Yeah,
in capes
yeah.
turning around with masks on,
Yeah.
and then he came out from behind.
Oh god.
I don't know why my
It's
arms,
drag
I
race.
have a cape on. This is
Speaking
how-
of
this
drag
is- I
race,
don't know.
it's drag race. That's what it is. That is drag.
It is drag.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loves that. Everything is drag. Yeah, everything, everyone.
Yep.
We took several bong rips
Yeah,
before
yeah.
this, and I don't know if that was.
No, that's what this
The
podcast is for.
podcast is called Dank Moms. It's
How
true.
dare
Usually
we do
it's
a weed
inside
thing
the-
without doing many
Yeah,
weed things? It would be.
it's becoming more and more
Yeah.
obvious
No,
to me.
I'm sorry that I have integrity, you know?
You're right, because I did it last time. I think I might have taken an edible,
Sure.
and oh yes, this is the other guy I wanted to talk about, Alan Thicke.
Oh, R.I.P.
He's dead?
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh yeah, that's right, he's dead.
Yeah. His son, the perv.
Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about.
Robin Thicke?
Robin Thicke.
Sure, yeah.
When he first came out,
Oh, yeah, love that dude.
do you remember? No, do you ever know? Did you know him as Thicke?
Yes, with the long ass Jesus hair,
Yes.
bicycling through New York City. Absolutely, I do.
I didn't know anybody else remembered that.
Of course I did.
Thick with the E at the end. His
Yes.
name was Thick.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was not thick.
No,
No,
not
he
at
was
all.
like
very skinny.
slender.
Yeah.
He was like bike messenger
Yeah.
physique.
Very long Jesus hair.
Very. It was not good either.
No. But it was a great song.
Yeah, but the thing
Very
is
catchy.
he should have just followed in his dad's footsteps and did like the intro songs, the theme songs.
Show me that smile again.
Show
I think
me
that's probably
that
all that we
smile.
can do without getting
No.
sued, right?
We could do it.
Oh, we can?
Yeah.
Or that? Don't waste another minute on your crying. We're nowhere near the end. Nowhere near
In the end, the best is ready to begin. I love that song. As long as we got each other. I like that. What-
We can make everything
To come our way,
baby, rain or shine.
Uh-oh.
All the time, we got each other, sharing the laughter and love, sharing the laughter and
Sharing the
love.
laughter and love. That is
Yeah.
an amazing song. High five for that.
Thank you. Fuck Mike Seaver though. Kirk Cameron is terrible.
No, that was
Yeah,
that was
that
for-
was Growing Pains.
that was Growing Pains.
Absolutely
I
it
thought
was.
that was Family Ties.
Family Ties is oh shoot.
That was Show Me That Smile Again.
Yeah, that was Growing Pains.
No, that's Family Ties.
No, it's not. Family Ties is oh shit.
Do you guys know that one?
Anybody know Family
It's
Ties?
I know. I used to know Family Ties.
I was just thinking about how sad it is that I don't know all of this stuff because
Yeah.
I lived it.
I know. I'm now
I need a
I'm trying to
refresher
think of.
course for sure.
Well, it's because nobody watched me growing up. So
Yeah,
I
we
got
were
to do-
latchkey kids.
Latchkey.
Yeah, the TV raised me. That's why I don't feel so bad when my kid's on iPad for several hours. It's
Yeah,
like,
me
you know,
neither.
I
I
did the
only
same
knew
thing.
what time of day it was from the
You know?
TV.
Yeah.
I was like, what time is it? Ooh, it's time for
Oh, it's getting late. It's the late night. David Letterman.
David Letterman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. You know, as a kid, I actually did not like David Letterman. I really liked Johnny Carson.
Oh, I wasn't. I think when I started staying up late enough to watch late night shows without my parents knowing that that's what I was doing, Jay Leno had taken over, and I knew that he was very,
sucked.
very uncool.
He was not cool. He was never cool.
No.
And like, who is Jay Leno in 2024?
He still is
Like,
just
he's a
wearing like
person, like,
denim on
what's
top and on bottom and having hella hot cars. That's like the thing that
Like,
he does.
what happened? Like, what did those guys of the Zoomer generation, what are
Yeah.
they going to look like? What's the Jay Leno
Oh.
of Zoomer going to look like? Is he going to look like that? Denim on denim?
Well, no, it'll either be everything will have collapsed and like money won't mean anything at that point.
But then there's still a Jay Leno.
Or, you know, just like the person telling the story around like whatever.
No, he
bunch
was
of
just like, I mean, like, do you
dozen humans
think
can fit around. Yeah.
his whole spiel was a spiel?
Shtick?
Spiel?
Spiel is like a speech.
His
Shtick
whole
is like a
shtick
thing.
is
Yeah.
like, his whole shtick.
I don't know. I'm policing your
Somebody's
language right
laughing.
now.
Spiel or stick? Is it spiel?
Yeah.
I'm Tibetan. I'm sorry. I'm not.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah, yeah.
speak Yiddish or.
I don't know if it comes through in my voice or last name, but I'm also an Asian person. So
Yes,
for the
you're
listeners, I'm
Asian.
just filling that in.
You can't tell.
I mean,
none
I
of
know
it.
y'all can tell,
Yeah,
but like,
you don't
you
know.
know,
Like, could you tell by the accent?
the dozens
No.
upon hundreds of dozens of people that are going to listen to this later will be like, I don't know the
Yeah,
ethnicity.
ethnicity. Yeah,
Yeah.
from the jump. I guess I should have said. You know, I do that for any white people that get on.
Yeah.
This is a white person.
Yeah.
You know, because nobody ever says that.
No.
They'll be like, my favorite Tibetan American, blah, blah, blah. And then I'll
Yeah.
be like, my favorite white man.
Yeah, but see, you can't. That's never the case.
No, not my favorite
No,
white man.
yeah, you're right,
That's tough stuff.
Yeah.
But what was I going to say about that? Oh, yeah, I wanted to go back to Different Strokes.
Okay, yes.
Did you watch Different Strokes?
I was like, so we didn't get cable, and I didn't start watching TV for real until 1994.
Wow.
Or 5. I was in third grade.
How did you do that? How did you get caught up?
Because, well, we used to only have TVs where you had the antenna.
Okay.
So we didn't watch a lot of TV because it was horrible to watch.
Okay.
But when we moved to this new house, the cable was already connected, and like
Ooh,
they
you got
didn't
one of
shut
those-
that off.
You got one of those
Exactly, we
houses.
got grandfathered in.
I
too.
love that house.
Yeah. It was incredible. I saw music videos for the first time.
Wow, your mind must have exploded.
Oh, it changed my world. Yeah.
I don't like to say this because it really shows you how old I am, but
Uh-huh.
I remember when MTV first started.
Oh yeah.
I was like sitting on my bed and
Yeah.
I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love everything that this is about.
Oh yeah. I heard about it more like from like when I got around kids that like
Had-
knew things, and,
yes.
or like if it was. Do you know how? Now I remember how I knew. It's because Tiny Toons. Do y'all remember that cartoon?
Yes, Tiny.
Those like baby Looney
Yeah.
Tunes. They would always do topical stuff, and so they would talk about like,
We're tiny, we're toony.
we're all a little loony, and in this cartoon we're beating a toonie. Like, wait, that's Animaniacs.
Oh, that's right. That's not.
No, wait, or is it Looney Tunes? No, I think that was Tiny Toons.
Yeah, we're
You're
tiny,
and
we're
toony.
toony.
Yeah, we're
Tiny and we're toony.
we're very stoned.
How about this one? Are you ready for this?
Okay, go ahead.
I don't think you can get with this one.
Uh-oh.
I'm so glad you're here
Yay.
because normally people can't go song to song with me on this. What about the world don't move to the beat of just one drum. What might be right for you may not be right for some. A man is born, here's a man.
I don't
That's
know
Different
this one.
Strokes.
Oh, that's
It
Different
takes
Strokes.
different
Yeah, see-
strokes to rule the world. It takes
Yeah.
different strokes to rule the world.
Yeah. Oh, but I was saying that to say, like, by the time I got TV, the Different Strokes Silver Spoons area had closed, which was sad to me because one of my first crushes was Ricky Schroeder, who
see.
now has turned out to be a conservative, horrible person.
I
So,
see.
I know, disappointing.
Never
right?
trust the taste of a 7-year-old.
Okay, yeah.
Was that what you
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
Ricky Schroeder was hot? You were about like 7 to 10.
Yeah, I was probably like 5 or 6. Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah,
See, that's what I'm saying. They be getting in your head.
yeah. I know. And then after that, it was Scott Baio, Charles in Charge,
Oh, Scott Baio? No.
and he's now a horrible.
You know, I
person.
did like Ralph Macchio a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And there was this
Who did
dude.
it?
There was this one dude that. What is the name of the turkey company? It's not Oscar Mayer, but whatever. Oven
Honey
roast-
baked ham? No, that's
any-
a
some
Oh,
kind of oven roasted turkey
No, yeah, I know what
sandwich.
you're talking about.
And he opened up his desk, and he had a turkey sandwich in there, and he smiled at it. And I told my brother that I liked that guy, and he never would let me forget it.
Which one is this?
He has a turkey sandwich at his desk, and he lifts it up like it was an old school desk, and he looked
yeah,
at the
yeah.
sandwich, and he smiled at it. I was like, that's my boo. That's
He's
my
got
boo.
food
He's got a sandwich.
Yeah,
You know, it
he
looks
knows how to
like it's
provide.
made so well.
Oh, yeah.
The lettuce was peeking out. The pickles were peeking
I mean,
out. The tomatoes.
he made that sandwich, so he's obviously a feminist.
You're
you
right.
know?
That is. Yeah, I wonder
Yeah.
where you're at, turkey
Yeah.
guy. But we're gonna talk about our favorite show,
Yeah.
Sex and the City,
Sure.
right? Woo!
Yeah.
You like that show too? Who else? Has everybody watched Sex and the City out here? You two know? Never.
It's okay. It represents a very.
What'd you say? And you guys
Yeah.
just know.
It has not aged well. Just brace yourself for lots of
They're not
shocking.
gonna do it. I know y'all want to come over here. You guys can come
shocking-
over here.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Yeah, it did not age well at all. Lots of blatant racism, immense classism.
It's just and a lot of stuff just
hella
doesn't add-
ableism, fat phobia, all of the
I
just
don't
worst.
think that
Oh, yeah.
some of this stuff just doesn't add up. So you just
Yeah.
have to suspend disbelief through the whole thing. You
Oh
just
my
have to
gosh.
tell yourself, it's just for fun.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, but
It's almost the same as like Star Wars or whatever.
yeah,
Because those were equally racist and shit like that.
yeah.
But it's like in a far, far away where there's nobody else.
it's one of those things where the writers and producers were so obviously only white people.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Anytime they attempted to bring in any character that had any kind of ethnicity, they were like
Yeah, very
a
much
weird, unrealistic
cookie cutter.
cartoon.
Yeah, cartoon. A
Yeah.
caricature.
Like with Blair Underwood in the last season. I don't know if y'all remember Blair Underwood. Still today, beautiful, incredible actor person. But
Human.
he played the love
Being.
interest of like the meanest character of the bunch, and we're also to believe that he said "I love you" first via a cookie.
Hold
In
on,
what
why
world?
are you making it secret of who it is?
No, I'm saying Miranda.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying like,
Miranda is hella mean.
but it's first of all, it is absolutely unbelievable that any cis heterosexual dude is saying "I love you" to some lady you went on 3 dates with via giant cookie. Like that doesn't happen in any world already.
A giant that's right.
And then
he
and
wrote
then
"I love you" on a giant cookie. That's right. And gave
But see,
it to her.
even then, that's something that someone does when they know I'm out of your league. Like that's something that somebody who is trying to like
clowning.
either they are a sugar daddy, mommy, genderless parental figure, or they are somebody who doesn't value themselves and
Yeah,
sees
it's
the
not-
other
it's
person.
definitely not
That's
a
what
real-
a cookie.
it's not a
There's
real
no
person,
world
no
in
real
which
person.
Blair Underwood would ever feel the need to do such a thing. Like he's like, why
Yes.
would he ever?
Yeah, because
Why would
that's how I'm feeling about the show. So I gotta look at it like it's science fiction
Oh
almost.
yeah, very
because
that.
it just wouldn't happen. But some of them, I think, are still very entertaining,
Oh yeah.
and I think that they were actually probably ahead for their time.
Absolutely. I mean,
I
it
didn't
was
at that
shocking for anybody to be talking openly about sex, for like women to have very frank conversations in front of each other
Yeah, no,
about sex.
that's
had
what I was
never,
watching, and
ever,
I was like,
ever happened before.
I think that was new, and I also thought it was strange. Like when you watch it, it does some of it. The incongruities have to do with like if Carrie really hangs around queer folks as much as they make it seem like she
Yeah.
does, she would know a lot of the stuff
Oh yeah.
that she says that she doesn't know anything about
Yeah.
when she goes out with that bi man.
Oh sure. I mean, but even like all of any kind of, like they really shame one of the ex-boyfriend or one of the boyfriends of one of the gay characters because he used to do sex work, and it's like,
Oh, yeah, I just watched that.
my gosh.
Oh my gosh!
I don't even know you. How could I
That's
ever?
right. That's right. That's
It's like, how can I trust you again? Like,
they were
what
just making it. I
queer
do
person
wanna
would
see-
be scandalized by any queer person participating in sex
Because it's
work.
essentially like doing. It wasn't. I mean, it was. It's basically like having an OnlyFans.
Yeah, but I mean, this is like also in the 90s when you could get fired for being gay and have zero recourse.
Yeah.
Where there was very open and unapologetic
Homophobia.
homophobia.
everywhere.
So, and there were lots of kids being put on the streets by parents who
Yeah.
didn't want queer kids. So,
Yeah.
yeah, of course, there's going to be a lot of sex work happening because that's the
The only work they could do.
Exactly, which is not their fault.
That's not right.
you know?
That's not right. But also, you know,
But also, if they want
Also,
to,
don't-
sex
don't
is
get
very
with-
nice and fun. Why not get money for it
don't
sometimes?
get with. Do not get with
Hot take.
Carrie. Do not get.
Oh
with
no,
Carrie.
she's a very bad.
She's too uptight.
It's weird. She's very like aggressively
Performative.
monogamous. Like she has like weird.
Heteronormative.
Yeah. She has very like weird traditionalist standards about stuff, and is.
Seems like she's like Arrested Development
Oh yeah.
in 14.
And she also like accepts really, like, I mean, Big is a really terrible person on
And
every
they
level.
and they tried
Openly
to make
emotional, like very emotionally abusive, and like
They tried to give him a Neil Patrick Harris, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
They thought he could, because at the end of the series,
Yeah.
he was, I mean, I guess they did get back together.
Yep.
But he was abusive the whole time.
Yeah, but I don't.
And then he comes back. Okay.
As research for this show, I watched the Sex and the City E True Hollywood Story, which is on YouTube in its entirety. It's another very
Say
like,
something
time
about,
capsule.
tell me more about that.
But like, there's this clip that they keep showing, which is again very telling of like the 90s and how, like the type of and early aughts. I guess at this point it was like
Closed-minded.
2004, 5. But they would keep showing this clip of Chris Noth, who plays Big, saying like, you know, me and Sarah, we agreed that if we're gonna do sex scenes, we're gonna do real sex. That's what we're gonna do. Cut, and that was like the teaser every time. And of course, like the longer clip is like, just kidding, just kidding. But that's still a really fucking creepy thing to say and imply, especially knowing how it could be taken out of context and cut that way, which they did and played repeatedly through as like the like, watch this next part because here's where they talk about
That
the fucking
dude
for
is
real.
creepy.
Well, he got lots. Part of I think a big reason why reason why he was killed off was because it was Me Too shit of like lots of
People are
credible
gonna, like,
allegations coming out
you're saying
against
in
him
real life?
in real life.
Oh, because he used to be, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't he on some of those, what's his name? The dude who did Twin Peaks? David Lynch?
Oh yeah.
Wasn't he in some David Lynch?
No, that's Kyle MacLachlan. Who,
that was the
who
other
was
husband.
Charlotte's ex-husband.
That's right.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was on.
He
Yeah.
was
So if
Twin
you don't, for the people in the back that don't know, the Sex and the City consists of who? Carrie,
Yeah.
Miranda,
Yeah, Charlotte.
Samantha, and Charlotte.
Yeah.
There's 4 of them.
Yeah.
And they are all very drastically different personalities. And it's
they're
never,
very, very different types of white women.
But they're, yeah, white women.
The
They are
archetypes, if you will. Because for a whole generation,
Okay, so a Miranda
like
is...
people self-identified as one of these types.
I never could because I'm not white.
No, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, very, yeah.
People go, what are you, a Carrie? Or what?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't identify...
I always would like identify closest to Miranda only because I would be like, because I hate this conversation right now.
Because she always hated every conversation.
Yeah.
And there was no backstory on really at that time how they met.
No, not at all.
We don't know how they met. We don't
Yeah.
even know why they like each other.
Yeah, and why they're the best friends.
Why are they best friends?
Yeah.
It seems like maybe there should be like a Yellow Jackets backstory.
Oh yeah, they all killed somebody together.
Yeah, that would be a good. If they
it would
switched
explain
it to
a lot.
dark,
It would explain a lot
give
about
me
their characters.
bump for that. Yes, they
Yeah.
should do a Yellow Jacket style.
Oh yeah, really
that
switch
would
up
get
genres.
really popular.
Oh my
'cause
god, yeah.
Those actresses are good actresses.
Oh yeah, they're incredible.
They flip it around.
Another thing I learned in the E True Hollywood story was that one of Charlotte's first acting role was in a very bad slasher movie, in which she has to like, it's like Austin Powers style. Go no, please don't.
Oh, it's like pure campiness.
Yes, and it's somebody coming at her with a buzzsaw, like, and she's having to like.
What was
very
she in?
slow.
I forgot. She was in something before. That. Oh, I think she was on Melrose Place.
Oh yeah. She was
in
bad.
Melrose Place. You agree?
That was also covered in the E True Hollywood story.
You watched Melrose
Yes,
Place?
She was a villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With her doe eyes.
Yes,
yeah.
I remember that. But do you remember when Kimberly took her wig off and showed the scar?
Oh.
Dude, that changed my life. I screamed.
Yeah.
She said she was dead or she was hurt. She came back for Michael.
I think I do remember that.
And
I
she
actually
came
didn't
back
watch that show
and
very
she
much, but
took her wig off.
yeah, I
When
remember that.
she was pretending she was fine.
Yeah.
She takes her wig off and exposes a gash,
Yeah.
an open gash that's like stapled cut, still kind of bleeding. Like, like under, why? Why are you not in the hospital?
Yeah.
Why are you here getting revenge?
For love.
Yeah,
No.
and that show was wild.
Well, it's funny too, like in the clip that they show, like proving how much of a bad person Charlotte was on Melrose Place, it was like a breakup scene. And she's like, how could you, Jeremy? Or whatever his name was. And like the lead is like, I don't care about you at all. I've never cared about you. And I was like, in this scenario, she's the bad one? Like, she's the terrible person? When he's like,
all the programs from then are just like exactly like that. It seems like they just had like a standard script and they just kept going.
yeah, none of them have aged well.
But let's say if we switch over to the current series,
Yeah.
what did they do different? Like, I mean, it
Well-
feels like more of the same except for they have more money.
Well, that and they acknowledge the existence of non-white queer people and non-white
Oh
people.
yeah,
for
but
the
that's
first
only
time.
because
That's only because like it
Miranda.
was post 2020, and so they couldn't just have white people because they had already gotten the critique for years. That's like, how is this New York? And there are
Yeah,
like
there's
7
not.
black people
well, yeah.
and only white gays.
Do you know why they had to change the name back to the other to a new name and not Sex and the City?
And just like that, like, I think it's they just wanted to like have a different name.
rebrand?
Yeah, not like Frasier, which came back as Frasier.
Frasier came back?
Yeah, apparently.
What
I
did
never
it come
watched
back
that
as?
shit. It's Frasier.
Man, you missing out. I don't know.
Yeah.
I gotta say,
Yeah.
I love the Cranes.
No, I love the OG
I'm crazy
too,
for
but then
Frasier Crane.
No, listen, I did too, and then I watched it back, and there's one episode in particular where both the dad and Frasier are so creepy to this Asian lady, and I'm pretty sure they call her Oriental, and like, but either way, they're very much like, ooh, hot stuff, and like make it. It's like a 20-year-old Asian American woman, and like
Just
the
living her life?
65-year-old dad is like, get me a piece of that, like as if it's just horrible.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know why. Maybe I just thought it was funny. I remember thinking that show was hella funny. I like Murphy Brown.
Oh, Murphy Brown.
I was about some
some
Murphy Brown.
Night Court.
Night Court. Yes, Night Court.
So I feel like there was a lot of good TV back then.
Yeah.
Not saying that there's not good TV now. I just remember there's like a lot of iconic shows. But now I kind of ask myself, were they iconic because there wasn't that many shows, or were they written that well?
I mean, I think it's part of a
Little
little bit of both. You know, like I think part of it is just like there were only
4 shows.
4 shows to watch on any given night at any given time, and so you had to commit to a show and like make it like commit time, set aside time in your schedule, or set up a VCR to like.
But
tape
here's
at
the
right
thing:
time.
is
Yeah,
like
it
it isn't the same now, and I think this is interesting where there isn't a cultural moment because everybody has to watch it at the same exact time.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Like for example, like the last Seinfeld, Who Shot JR. Like everybody was together. Everybody finds out about it at the same time.
Yeah. I feel like the closest thing we have to that is, not to make it about this again, but RuPaul's Drag Race is the only thing where like they're
Everybody
big
knows it
reveal
at the
and-
same time.
Well, because they always film multiple endings so that even the contestants don't know until it airs
What do
who
you
wins.
mean they film multiple
Yeah.
endings?
Yeah, so if there's like a top 4 and like 2 of them make it to the finals, they tape both of them winning. Sometimes they'll tape a tie because they do it in front of live
But
audiences.
who's really winning then?
They don't know. They don't know until the edit. So they do all of the different possible endings, both so that the live audience can't like spoil who will win, and also so the contestants themselves can't spoil who will win because
I'm
it's
just having
filmed like
a hard
year in
time
advance.
following this storyline.
Yeah.
What, they film 2 and they show 2?
No, they show 1. So they only find out who the winner is when it airs, because they find
so
out
they don't know.
based
so they
on
pretend like they won?
yes. Everybody has to pretend like they won. Everybody has to pretend like they lost.
I did not know that.
Sometimes they pretend like there's a tie. They have to film every version,
Wow,
especially
those are
when they're
some
doing it
good
in front
actors.
of. Well, yeah. Well, they have to do it that way.
But then did they switch to the current day or something?
Well,
must switch
they
it.
always have like on like YouTube their live reactions, them watching
That they won?
Yeah, who won?
And then they come out, or when
Well, like, yeah, I think now they do like a thing in New York, but like it used to be before it was like this huge national phenomenon when it was still on the logo.
Yeah, that's what
Like
I mean. Like that's
they
what
didn't.
you miss.
They would have bar shows, and they would find on YouTube
Yeah, that
like
one.
maybe like videos of them reacting live, and sometimes they were together, and
like a
sometimes they
live
weren't.
streaming somewhere else.
Right. But now, because like everybody knows that that's what they do, and that the queens don't know who wins until it airs, now they have like special on RuPaul's Drag Race channel, like the very flashy filmed version, and it's almost like worse because you know that they can't have a real reaction, like they can't show disappointment because it's gonna be on the internet forever.
What do you mean? Like if they break down?
Well, if they're sad about not winning, which each of them, the people who don't win, would be, because
Oh my God! I just
they have
thought
to
about-
act
I
happy
ju- no,
because
I
it's
just
being
thought
filmed and
about
on the internet
Other
forever.
person has to act.
No. I mean, like
What
the
if they're
winner,
like-
the winner can be as happy as they want, but everybody else has to be gracious. Otherwise,
What if you
people on
can't-
the internet will be mean.
I was just wondering, what if you can't? What if you are like so bad you cannot be gracious? You're like,
Oh, there is actually
fuck yeah.
no. There's a couple
Shut up,
famous.
Amy.
No, there are a couple famous ones where, well, because some seasons they did a thing where if there was a top 4, like halfway into the show, it would get narrowed down to a top 2. So sometimes, like, if there is a top 4, 2 of the 4 know that they've lost, and it's only like between the top 2, whoever.
Man, that is complicated.
Anyhow, so like, but because of that, there was one who knew that she was gonna lose, so she famously came in wearing all black and like slinched out. This is Alaska. She was incredible. This was season 5, I want to say.
Yeah, Isn't Alaska from here?
No, Jinx Monsoon is from
No,
here.
I think
And it is a season that Jinx won.
Where
is-
Alaska? Alaska from Alaska?
I think Alaska's from LA.
Okay.
Or like maybe somewhere else, but is based in LA. But I don't like Jinx is from here.
No, I know Jinx
And,
is, but
yeah.
I thought there was. Oh, and you know who
But
else?
Jinx won that season. Is
And
why. Yeah.
Irene
Yeah, Irene the Alien. Yeah.
is from here.
Yeah.
I did a show
Yeah, yeah.
with her once.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, and so good. I saw her at Pride last year.
Very, very good.
Very, very good.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, we could talk more about that, or we can talk about, the first time I ever saw two Asian American people kissing on any screen.
Oh. What was this?
Fresh off the boat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to think back.
The
Was there anything-
parents.
Yeah.
The parents.
No, that makes sense. Because, yeah, most of
Never
the time, like...
again.
Yeah.
I mean, since then, and
Yeah.
I'm not sure how many times it's happened.
Well, like Crazy Rich Asians.
No,
and,
those people are not Asian American. Only one of them.
Oh,
is.
that's true.
So if the criteria is
Asian
the
American?
test, my
Yeah.
personal Dorje test is both actors and characters
Yeah.
have to be Asian American,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they have to be recorded.
Yeah. Because Margaret
happen.
Cho only dated white people on All American Girl.
Yes,
And, like,
and I don't think they kissed either, did they?
I don't remember.
I know that's what the
It was the
disappointing
90s,
thing
yeah.
is. They might have it now, like with the younger folks, like
Yeah.
doing like shows with like a Euphoria type
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that type
yeah.
of stuff. They
Yeah.
might have, but
Yeah.
I haven't been following it. But I just
yeah.
I find that so upsetting.
Yeah.
And also because there's so many hospital shows, like
There should be way more Asian people in
thinking
them.
about how many you can't go.
Like, how many, why are there not 17
hospital.
Filipino nurses? Like,
Exactly.
this is not real.
No, it's like 75%
Yeah.
of the staff
Right.
should be Filipino or Asian American.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna have to get like a nurse love story.
Yeah.
What was the name of that one? Nurse Jackie.
Oh, yeah.
Nurse Jackie was the one that who played Carmela Soprano.
Yeah.
Edie Falco.
Yeah.
She played like an addict nurse.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But
yeah.
somebody's trying to dial in. I hate that when you do that on those dial-in things and you get the phone.
Oh, yeah.
Look at. I actually was thinking, I don't think my kids would know what it meant if it got a busy signal.
Oh, I worked at
They go, it's doing something.
No,
Throw
real.
it.
So I worked in the elementary school. This was even like 10 years ago, but still, like, so like the kids there had never interacted with the landline. And I remember working in the
that
main
sound?
office. No, I remember working in the main office, and there were middle schoolers who would come down and be like, "Can I use your phone?" And we'd be like, "Sure." And they would be like, "I don't know how to work this. I don't know how to do it. Like, it's a phone. It's a regular phone. You just put the numbers on the keys." But it was a totally foreign concept to them. Like, I think about how, like, kids don't know what a dial tone is, and that sound will mean nothing to them.
But I want to bring up something since we're in light company.
Yeah.
That I wanna talk. Oh, hi.
Yeah.
I like that. He probably works for Bike Works, I'm imagining. Oh, sure. Somebody just ran across with two crank shaft.
I don't know tool
I think
things.
that's what it's called. But
Okay.
shout out to Bike Works.
Yeah.
No, I just totally forgot what I was gonna say.
Anybody?
But that's why I
What
get
we talking
distracted.
about? We did
I was
so
like, I
many
really-
weeds.
Stop! I'm not. What just happened? Then I got off into the song. I was like, weed is what?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I was just gonna say is that.
Oh, dial tones, phones.
In light
Kids don't know how to use them.
company.
Yeah.
This is cracking me up because I think I finally cracked the code for all my life, ever since we had the first touch-tone phone in my house, attached to the wall. I never understood there was two options on the side, tone or pulse. Who wants pulse? Who in the world wants pulse? Do you remember pulse?
Yeah.
So one you go boop 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 boop.
Yeah.
The other one goes boop. Da, 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 da. I think it's like people
Yeah.
who miss the rotary phone.
It could
Is
be
it
that.
just for people? Why?
But I also maybe like for visually impaired people, it like helps them
Why? Because
be
it's
able
so
to
long.
hear. Well, no, because they can count how many.
It goes
Like,
like,
blah, 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 unless they like have perfect pitch and know the different tones of a
why
phone.
would they need to hear it? They're pressing it.
I know, but to verify that they're pressing the right numbers.
One, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Two, ba-da-da-da.
But it was like a different amount of ba-da-da-da-das.
Yeah, because I
So,
had this freaking, I had a freaking thing back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
You put the phone numbers in, right? And you would put it against the phone.
Sure.
And it would call the number.
Whoa.
And I think it was the sound.
Well, because it was the tones, yeah, because it was. I remember I used to know the tone of my phone number. I knew I could do the tone of my best friend's number.
You talking about ooh, ooh, like
the
that?
do 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 do.
What do you mean the tone?
The tone.
You would do that?
I had memorized because I had dialed them so often. I know what they sound like. You know.
Do you know what your childhood phone number was?
Yeah.
What was it?
It's still my parents' landline.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. But
Mine isn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember it.
Do you know anything else?
I remember like my best friend's phone numbers too.
One time I had my phone number, the last four, my very first cell phone.
Yeah.
The last four was my name.
Yeah. Oh.
But
That's nice.
Then somebody would not stop calling me. And this is before you could block people.
Yeah.
And I changed it. I'm never getting that back.
You might be able to somewhere. Like you can look up like it might not be the 206 area code, but I'm sure somewhere you could get some combination of that.
Yeah, it's kind of hard as a Seattleite to get rid of the 206.
Yeah. People don't trust you if you're not 206.
But did we come to a conclusion about Pulse or not?
I think I argue that it's a accessibility thing, but I could be wrong.
I don't know anybody that pulsed.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Do y'all know what Pulse is?
On like a phone, the different settings. Yeah, what it's for.
It's like weird to have a setting on there that nobody uses. I don't think I should go.
No, it would just do like a
different musical tone.
No, the musical tone was when you just pressed it regular.
Oh,
but
yeah,
the pulse was when it would be like a
it goes
staccato.
Like if you press 2, it go boop, da 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 da.
Yeah.
And if you hit 0, it would. I mean, it was a lot. It wasn't. It didn't.
Yeah.
You're millennial coded.
No. I feel like you get more.
What? Because you Zoomers?
Yeah.
You're a cuspy?
Yeah. No, I am a full-fledged geriatric millennial.
Yeah, I also.
Yeah, I say that with pride. Yeah.
Geriatric?
Yeah, geriatric.
Well, sometimes I prefer, what is it called? Oregon Trail generation.
Oh, sure.
I like that better than geriatric.
No, I like geriatric because I like the idea of getting those kinds of perks, you know, like discounts on car insurance and reasonably sized breakfast
I actually
meals,
got
things
excited
like
thinking
that.
about that. Like, when is senior citizen?
Yeah.
55?
Yeah, like think about like you can get apartments that are cheaper and the only people that live around you.
I don't want to live in the 55 and up
But
place.
do you?
I'm not ready for that.
But think about
with kids, like a newborn.
Listen, let me sell it. Let me sell it because it appeals to me. Number one, the only people around you are like your age or older. Like, what a relief. Sorry, children. You'll understand
I
one day.
like young folks, though. Okay.
No, I do too, but I mean, like, to live around, to like have to exist alongside.
I don't know.
Like, I prefer old people.
Well, you gotta
every
have
time.
young people to help you pick stuff up.
I know, they work there. See, again, assisted living, senior
work
living,
there.
they work there. They have to
I
come
didn't
up
know
with
people were working there. I thought those senior livings were like just apartments.
No. They have like whole the whole. If they when they're selling them to you, part of what they're selling is like, look, ours has like a cool rec center with all these different activities.
Yes, that's true.
So again, activities that somebody else has to plan and I just show up to. That sounds great.
Why can't we have that for every stage in our life?
I know. I want to be able to be openly grumpy wherever I am.
Let me tell you something about my
Often
friends
that's
who
only-
I have a couple friends that work at one of those, and they said, but it's mostly like older folks.
Yeah.
And they said they freaky and
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
said syphilis is alive and well in the old folks' home.
I mean,
have
at
you guys
that
seen
point,
that
why
sign down
wouldn't
in
you?
Chinatown that says syphilis is coming?
Oh yeah, you.
And then it has a
Yeah.
yes, it says syphilis is on the rise.
Yeah.
And it has, I don't know why, but like a glacier coming out of the water
Wow.
and coming down.
Wow.
And a lot of it's under the water.
Oh sure.
Yeah, it was an iceberg, and I was
Yeah.
like, how?
Well, I think that's the implication that, like, you know, you remember when we still had icebergs. Old people, this is for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not a reference that the young
But
people would get anymore.
I never put it together.
Yeah.
Iceberg and syphilis?
Yeah. I don't really get the metaphor.
I don't get it either, and that's what I think is so funny. Is just if you have enough money,
Yeah.
you could put whatever you want on a billboard. Just
Yeah.
make any claim. What
That's
if what if syphilis is not on the rise?
I mean, it would be, but I mean, it could be. How do you ensure that it doesn't become on the rise?
You gotta have a billboard.
A billboard to shame
Yeah,
people.
yes.
Yeah.
A billboard to. Well, I'm just saying that like. Back in the day, we used to think that everything was fact checked. It's not
Yeah.
fact checked.
Oh,
It's
no,
a
no.
lie. It is an absolute lie.
But I mean, that jig was up a long time ago because like all of the Bible ads that came out all the time and
Oh,
all the
that's
like the
true.
anti-abortion. Like,
And you're gonna live forever.
Yeah.
In heaven.
no, or like, yeah, just the very, yeah.
Do you know that people think they're gonna get sucked up by a being?
Oh yeah. No, I mean like I'm a recovering evangelical. Thank you
What?
for your thoughts and prayers. Absolutely.
You were evangelical?
Oh hell yeah.
What is what?
LOL.
How is evangelical different? Does that mean that you go around and preach the word?
Yeah, well, that's part of it. Is that like a lot of people go on mission trips, and you support people who go on mission trips to go to like all of those poor countries and give them Jesus.
Do you mind if I interject here?
Yeah.
When my dad came to America, he was sponsored by a church.
Yeah.
And he was like, they think they got me. That's what he said. He was like, they think they got me,
That's so
but
dope.
they didn't.
That's so
He was
dope.
like, I'm still Buddhist, but I listened to it all.
Yeah.
He was like, I listened,
Thanks
but
for the free
I'm
trip,
Buddhist.
suckers. Yeah. That's dope. That's incredible.
I would just laugh about it. He was
No,
like,
but I mean, at the time, it was like when you actually believe in a real heaven and hell, it's like, what difference does it make how much you're suffering right now? It's like, I got to make sure you don't suffer forever later. So, like, it was thought of, like, as the right thing to do.
yeah, I don't know. I guess that whole concept has always been very obscure and vague to me, even though
Sure.
I've been around a lot of Christians in
Yeah,
my life,
yeah.
obviously. But I didn't learn. I'm a Buddhist, but
Yeah.
and I grew up Buddhist, but we didn't really talk about it. But even though our culture and our religion is probably one of the most more sophisticated descriptions about the afterlife.
Sure. Yeah, I mean,
I
like,
don't know nothing about it.
yeah. Like,
And my family comes from close to where the Kama Sutra was came to the fruition.
Okay.
Nobody taught me about that either.
Yeah. Yeah, so not all of the important cultural
Have
practices
you ever
were
seen the
passed
Kama
down.
Sutra?
Only well, they actually reference it in Sex and the City as this ooh la la, look at this risque thing that we do. That's probably actually the first time that I saw it.
Really?
Yeah. Other than you know what? Also, I don't know if anybody remembers.
We remember.
Cinemax, when they would do free Cinemax previews for over the
Duh.
weekend.
It's called Skinamax.
That's where I was going.
Sorry, my bad. I didn't mean to step on it.
No, it's all right. But the perk was that it's wow, I get to watch almost porn, because it was kind of porn, there are boobs, butts, but it was also very no wieners, under no condition a wiener.
That's why that's why we didn't get it in our house.
Right, there were
We were
all
we
kinds
only
of
get the channels.
wow, a privileged upbringing, if you ask me.
I can't help it, man. Some people got it. Some people got it like that.
But some of the shows, they would have to make educational, like the HBO
Yes.
and the real sex and that kind of stuff, where it was
That was my favorite TV show.
oh yeah,
on
absolutely.
HBO. I don't know what
and
they
taxi cab conventions.
Taxi
Oh, yeah.
Cab Confessions.
That was so risque at the time.
That was very risky. I actually want to rewatch that. I don't know if
Yeah.
they're on HBO Vintage. Do you know that back there? You got Max. Do they show the stuff from the 90s or the 80s on there? Do they have a vault or something? Have you ever watched Taxi Cab Confessions?
Oh, I've seen clips online, but not
Yeah.
on the TV show. I've never seen it.
That was the wildest
It
show.
was a wild time.
Because people can't do that anymore because
Yeah.
everybody's prepared to be performative.
right, and also everybody can be Googled now. That wasn't a new that was another thing that happened in the latest season of Sex
What
and
are
the
you
City.
talking
They
about?
used Google as a verb. It was a brand new thing to Google somebody. Because at that time, the only internet things we had, Ask Jeeves, where you ask a fake butler to fetch you information. There was if
Yeah,
you
but-
paid for a CD-ROM, but there was no way to look up people, because nobody was on the internet like that unless
What
they were
about the
very
white
famous.
pages though?
Yeah, but that's only your name and your
I
address.
want to
That's
ask.
not
Hey, you two Zoomers back there. Do you know the difference between the white pages and the yellow pages?
Yellow page is business, white page is personal.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
like it.
yeah, I know.
Yes. Yeah, no, I should start bringing prizes because I do.
Yeah.
I do have.
Sure. Trivia. Make this into a trivia podcast. Like
Well,
just
no,
take a hard turn.
I know. I want to tell you something though.
Yeah.
I am hella good at trivia.
Oh, yeah.
Me and my kids play trivia,
Oh.
and my kids are good at trivia.
Oh.
So we go out and we beat fools.
Yeah. I have like very niche trivia, like niche parts where I'm
You know
useful
so
in
much.
trivia.
You can tell you know.
But
just by the
that's
way-
all like 90s, early aughts shit. Anything outside of that, I'm lost.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You don't know car brands. You don't know slogans.
No, I know that's
You know music.
But that's what I'm like. I mean, I don't know up to date things.
Oh my God! So I'm trying to get a new car. Not a new car, but I'm trying to get an electric car because I pay too much gas. Right.
Yeah.
This dude, I want to get electric Kia, something simple.
Yeah.
My car takes too much gas, even if it's a hybrid.
Yeah.
I go to the dealership to look at this particular car. He tries to sell me a Buick. What? I didn't even know that brand was still around, that make and model. He goes, I could get you into a Buick.
No, because he probably
like-
gets an extra bonus
I
for
was like,
selling
you
that
ain't
car
getting me
instead of the
into a
other one.
Buick. I won't even, I
Yeah.
mean, but then I look back on the Buicks that I know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. They lasted a long
Oh,
time.
listen, one of the most formative vacations of my childhood was my mom and dad drove my brother, myself, and then my two cousins to Disneyland, excuse me, from here in Seattle. So if you're doing the math, that's 6 people in a Buick. And because this is the 80s and they didn't care about children really,
Yes.
I sat on either on the floor or the center console for the entirety
24
of the
hours?
trip from Seattle to Anaheim, California.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean it was fun at the time, kind of. But Dad only put one tape in. It was only Bob
No, I
McLean, American Pie. I heard it a lot of times.
I think that I maybe could do a podcast of just traumatic road trips.
Oh sure, yeah,
Because you have this one, right?
Uh-huh.
And I know there's a lot more stories to tell.
Yeah.
I have another friend whose dad bought, a Filipino friend, whose dad bought one of those like old school vans that inside, it was called the Gambler.
Ooh.
And inside was a casino.
Whoa.
Inside, like a mini casino.
Yo.
It had carpets, it had bucket.
yeah.
Da-da-da-da. They drove to Vegas in that thing
Yo,
and left the kids in the car while they went gambling all day.
yo, the '80s were wild, man.
The 80s were crazy.
Yeah, that's at that time where they didn't know you weren't supposed to leave babies in cars, you know?
Yes, because our
They
car,
didn't know
when
that
I grew
shit.
up, it only had 2 doors. We had to get in the back. It had a triangle window in the back.
Yeah.
And that was my air.
Yeah,
My air was just this much,
Yeah,
one and a
yeah.
half inches of air.
yeah. This is when there was lots of SIDS because like parents didn't know you weren't supposed to like wrap your kids in a comforter when they're a baby. I don't know.
Sometimes I
They
would
didn't
like
know.
about SIDS. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'd be thinking about SIDS and like, because people put their baby in like a futon
Yeah,
and a papasan.
yeah,
You guys know papasan?
yeah.
So it'd be like, I didn't know the baby couldn't be in a papasan.
Still
Yeah.
don't know why.
Why?
Because if they roll over and they like smother their own faces, they can't.
too fluffy,
They don't
yeah,
have
you
the
don't want
muscles. They
anything.
like when they're very young, they don't start being able to roll over until they're like 3 or 4 months old. So like an infant.
But that's cute as hell. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
When a baby starts to learn how to roll over,
Oh, it's incredible.
it is. They're like,
Yeah.
and then they
Yeah,
get
yeah.
over, and they're like, it's just crazy that just
Yeah.
that's just nature. That
Yeah,
they
yeah,
just
yeah.
trying to do that,
Yeah.
and they get hella frustrated when their head is too big.
Oh,
Their
yeah.
head is so
That's
big. A
so
baby's head is
large.
so big. Oh, well, hello, welcome.
Yeah.
How are you?
Doing well.
Aloha.
Aloha.
Uh-huh.
And what was I gonna say now? I got totally distracted down there. But
Yeah.
yes, babies are cute.
Yes.
Babies don't go on papasons.
No.
Babies don't go on anything fluffy, but I have seen some stuff that these days. What about that thing that like shakes your baby for you?
Well, so my kid was. I got this like nap chair that like swings and like has like vibrates, and at the time, my kid would not nap, but if they did, they would only do it in this chair and for maybe like 45 minutes at a
Yes,
time. That was the
chair was
only. And then like, just as we had gotten the hang of her being in this chair, it got recalled because a kid
Died.
had like flipped over,
Yeah.
and I was like, does that mean I have to stop using the chair?
I
But,
don't
like,
think you have to stop using it.
No, but I think I eventually did. But
You have to, yeah. But I mean, like, if you get recalled, yeah. But
Yeah.
you kind of got. I don't know. if it works for you.
Yeah.
I wasn't supposed to put my son in the swing to sleep, but he would only sleep in the swing when his ear got hurt. So I mean, ear infection.
Yeah.
But then he got so big, it started doing that thing where the back goes,
Oh, yeah.
lifts up.
Lifts
and I
up.
was like, okay, it's time for that dude to get off of that. Well, you got to tell me something. We got to talk about something else to wrap it up.
All right, okay.
Okay, we're gonna go on. Okay. I'm just looking at all my notes.
Uh-huh.
Well, we could end it on something about. Okay, I gotta ask you this:
Okay.
is Miranda's son
Brady.
Brady?
Yeah.
Is his name Brady?
Oh, no, I think it's Brady Hobbs.
You think it's Hobbs?
No, I'm pretty sure, it's
'Cause
Brady
it's-
Hobbs, yeah.
Steve
Yeah, Steve is
Brady.
Brady, yeah. But that's why he's named Brady, because
I
that
know,
was like
'cause it
her
was
way of
Steve.
giving it, yeah.
You think it's Brady Hobbs?
It is Brady Hobbs.
Brady?
No, it's just Brady Hobbs.
What if it was Brady Hobbs Brady?
That would be too much.
I'm just saying it's weird to name the kid the last. Well, because she knew she wanted it to have her last.
Yeah, what I thought was weird was that they made no attempts to hide the fact that they were just switching out very different looking redheaded children throughout the
Oh, I
whole.
never even looked.
Oh my gosh, the whole season, the whole sixth
Oh, I'm
season.
gonna watch now.
It's several different redheaded children that look nothing alike, other than they have like the same badly dyed red hair.
Were they?
I'm
They
sure it was
dyed
dyed.
the kid's hair?
It has to be because it was the same like weird unnatural shade. Like it wasn't like regular red. It was the same. It was Miranda's hair color.
I would hate it if
That was the only
I would hate
consistency
it if
between the
those were
babies.
actually the kids, really.
Well, no, it might have been able like a one wash thing, but I can also foresee weird stage parents being like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get my kid the part, including
Dye their hair.
dye their hair fiery red for no reason.
Well, tell me something. Tell me what you up to these days.
Mostly I stay inside because COVID is real, unfortunately.
Yeah, I got a handful of friends
Yeah.
that have long COVID,
Yeah, it's the worst.
and
I don't recommend it.
the fatigue is what I hear from everybody.
Oh yeah, everything is tiring. Everything would get me out of breath, and also my brain every day was like,
Foggy.
and would be like, you can't do this. This is too much. Like when you feel
get
overwhelmed.
a negative.
Oh yeah, it was unlike any. Like I've had many different depressions and anxieties over my lifetime, but like this was unlike
you.
any of them. It was like a different. It was just like when you procrastinate like a big project before school and you get that like heart racy feeling of like
Oh,
I
do
can't
I.
do it. I can't do it all right now.
Do I don't know. Is
Yeah.
that I often wonder, is that just an Asian American thing?
That's an ADHD thing too.
The stomach bobbing?
The procrastination, like the waiting till the last minute to do important things.
Really, you think it's ADHD?
It is an ADHD
You
thing.
do?
It's
You got
documented
ADHD?
ADHD thing. Yeah. That's the cool kind. That's the kind that I got. I got eventually diagnosed for real, but
Well, I'm self-diagnosed also.
oh yeah. It's about. I mean,
one of my children
in our
has
health
ADHD.
system. Yeah.
But I also think, well, I'm not going to go. Can't go into it at the end. But I do think that there's a lot of things that cross with other mental health
Oh sure.
or neuro.
Yeah, but also, I mean, if you think about it being genetic, it wouldn't be surprising if there was like a
Yeah.
more common occurrence amongst
sorry.
ethnicity. So, I mean, my parents certainly are very, very ADHD and had no idea until I told them that they were. Yeah.
Did they take Adderall now?
No, they don't do anything about it at all. But like my dad would like be like, ha, I left the car on for 10 hours again. Isn't that a fun quirk of mine? And it's like, no, you have ADHD and you forgot that your car existed.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I guess no. I think that both of my parents were so anxious,
Yeah.
and they used that as a driver for, going around and checking everything
Sure.
again.
Yeah.
But that also makes me anxious.
But that can also be like immigrant
That's
shit.
what I mean.
That can also be like,
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
so
trauma.
You never
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
We're coming from a
is it
war,
neurodivergence? Is it trauma?
or is it genocide?
Is it capitalism? Once again, imperialism? Like, yeah.
Yeah.
All of the things. Yeah. What a
Yes.
fun way to end
What
this
a fun
delightful comedy
way
show.
to end Dank Moms with Trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be at Bumbershoot. I'm
Cool.
gonna be at Bumbershoot and
Yeah.
some other things. So you can check me out on DewaDorje.com
Yeah.
or DeezeNutsComedy.com
Cute.
with an S.
Yeah, I'm at hong.com on all the things.
Hong.com, is that your website too?
When I paid, I don't think I still have one. I mean, I think I'm still paying for the
So would it be Hong?
HONGDOTCOM. The website is .com. Yeah. But on all the social media things, I'm hong.com. I keep telling myself that one day I'll start a TikTok, but I don't want to learn these skills.
I don't want to learn
so.
a TikTok either.
Yeah.
I can't do it, man.
No, it's too much.
It's too much. Huh? No, they don't do TikTok either. I was I tell my kids no. They didn't get social media. My kids didn't get social media my daughter until she's out of middle school, freshman.
Yeah.
And my son don't have it. He's 11.
Yeah.
No, because I'm like, there's nothing good on there.
No.
There's nothing.
You don't
if
need to know any strangers.
If
Yeah.
anything, it's proven that is bad for your brain. There's
Yeah.
nothing good about it.
Yeah.
So why would I give it to you?
Yeah, that's wrong.
Yeah, but he's an iPad kid.
Yeah.
He's a COVID kid.
My
COVID
kid too.
kids are a little different.
Yeah. I mean, she does a lot of pretend YouTube shows. Well, she'll talk to her viewers.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. That bothered me.
It did too.
My
Like,
kids
it's weird
started
to
that
watch
too.
your kids saying like and subscribe to
Because
nobody.
think
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
They're always performative.
I know. It makes me sad for those kids though. I
Yeah.
try and like block it behind her back a lot of times, especially when it's like very blatantly exploited homeschool quote unquote kids who are doing nothing but like selling toys all night.
Yeah, Ryan.
they're all like,
Ryan
oh
Toys
my
Review.
God.
He's not okay.
No, there's no way he is.
No,
but
his
it's 'cause,
eyes are
kids
gelled up.
can't.
He's like, hi, I'm Ryan. Look at my shoes. He's too old, man.
Yeah, no, there's no way, like, because
He
the
was
kids
doing it
can't
since he was, like,
consent to
4
that.
or 5.
Yeah. It's terrible.
And all he did was open toys.
Yeah.
Ryan's Toy
And make
Review.
make millions of dollars.
I know, I
for his
saw it. I
family.
saw it for his family, but I saw it from like when they were. You know who I saw come out?
Yeah.
Blippy.
Oh yeah, I blocked
Blippy. I
that
saw him
immediately.
when Blippy was.
Yeah, I never gave my kid a chance to get hooked on Blippy or the Ryan Toy Review.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that's blocked behind your back. Child, if you're listening to this when you're an adult, I'm so sorry, but that's,
No, you ain't
I
gonna
did
be
it for you.
sorry. You
Yeah,
did the
no,
right
I'm not
thing.
Sorry, I did.
No, I'm not sorry.
Yeah.
I think that more people should do that.
Yeah, sure.
No, because I had a pact with the other moms to do wait till 8. Everybody said wait till 8. That's 8th grade.
Oh.
To give them social media
yeah,
or
yeah.
even a cell phone. I did wait till 8. Nobody else did it wait till 8.
Rude.
I wish I didn't do wait till 8.
Well, you wish you had given them stuff sooner?
No, because now I'm mad at everybody.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right.
So thank you very much. Oh, does anybody have any questions or anything? Comedy questions, family questions, Dank
Huge
questions?
fans. You guys are amazing.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Thank you to Marination Columbia City
thank
for
you.
hosting it.
Yes.
Thank you for a beautiful day.
Yes.
And F you to the Blue Angels. Sorry.
Yeah. We hate you, Blue Angels, and
Why till
occupation
6
everywhere.
o'clock? Why 6?
And
Why 6
Empire
till 6
everywhere.
o'clock at night?
They're just they're very bad. They have to pretend like the military is a good idea. Yeah.
You're right. They're
They
like,
have it's
look at
propaganda.
this.
Look at
But
how
like-
cool it is. Look
But
at
I
how
really think the alphas are like loud.
No, yeah, but I mean
And
that's
alphas are like, that's too loud.
Yeah.
I'm going inside.
but isn't it it's cool like a gun.
They don't like it.
Yeah, no.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you guys.
That was wonderful. Thank you for being here.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You guys want to go smoke a joint?
No, let's hold it. I got it.
Are you down?
I'll do more.
Yeah, we're going there.